So, I'm Chet. Some of you know me, some of you know my parents. Chet and Sally started this back in 1986. We've built a great reputation in the industry just by not compromising who we are and doing right by everyone that we can, and always trying to do the right thing. Our consultant told us a long time ago we wouldn't need to compromise on how we did things. We just needed a different way of marketing. So, we are referral based. Everything that we do is through a lot of interior designers, furniture stores, carpet stores, tile stores. We are 95% of our business now is referral based, right? Our friends, family, we go out to Mrs. Jones's house. She's going to refer us to her aunt and the neighbor across the street because we did such a great job. And that's how we built our business. We do a little bit of advertising now, very little, but essentially that's how we built the business. My dad was just to give you a little bit of background on, our reputation in the industry. My dad was picked to be one of the 6 people in the country on Mohawk's floor care advisory board. So we've done a lot of research and gotten where we are because of the work that he's put in and the knowledge that he's gained over 40 years. So how can we help you? How can we help each other? If we can help you, maybe you'll help us back, right? So we want to help you guys retain your clients. It costs 5 times more to get a new client as opposed to someone getting referred to you, right? And selling to an existing client. So we want to help you build that loyalty. And how do we do that, right? So it comes with, we want our clients to get the most, we want our clients to go out of their way to refer a friend of theirs. We call that a cheerleader in our terms, right? A client is someone who's just going to talk to their friend, refer you passively. Hey, I know you got your carpets cleaned. Who did you use? Oh, we used Chet's Cleaning, right? A cheerleader is someone who's going to go out of their way like, oh my God, you have to use Chet's Cleaning. These guys over here, they did a fantastic job. And that's what we've tried to build over the years, is getting as many cheerleaders as possible to help build this. So what we want to do is help maintain, help you guys in helping your clients. What's the value that we add, right? We want you guys to retain your clients so they come back, right? Maintain what you guys are selling to them, the furniture, the rugs, anything that they have in their home, we can maintain so they come back to you guys. Talking about client and cheerleader. What does a client expect baseline, right? You're on time, you're cheerful, you answer the phone, you have a clean truck, there are no problems. They get exactly what they were looking for, when we're out at their home. Moments of truth. We found this, we've done a lot of leadership, management, consulting training over the years. And unfortunately, there's an unfair scorecard that the client likes to keep with us, right? There's moments of truth. Now we know what we found is we need 12 positive moments of truth. And that can start from the very first contact that they have with Chet's Cleaning. So when they call us up, are they getting a recorded line or are they getting someone who immediately answers the phone? And I make sure whether I have to be the person answering the phone, if I walk in and I got 4 CSRs on the phone, I'm picking up the phone. No phone call goes unanswered, right? So it's a positive moment of truth. We walk up to the door, we roll off the walk-off mat, and we step into our shoe covers. Everything that we're doing is a positive moments of truth. But we're not perfect. We know we're going to have a negative moment somewhere. Maybe we can't solve their problem for them. Or I look at the stain and or it's on something that's viscose and I'm going to have a lot of trouble with it. And I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm probably not going to be able to get this out for you. It's not going to look 100%. That might be a negative moment of truth. So I need 12 positive moments of truth to make up for that negative, right? And so that's why we do all these little things for our clients to make sure, we can make up for the bad ones when we do have them, right? So there's 3 possibilities when we leave a client: unhappy, satisfied, delighted, right? We're not satisfied, I'm not satisfied, and I'm going to be very unhappy when I don't end up with delighted, right? Satisfied isn't good enough for us, and unhappy is just unacceptable, right? And We have a zero tolerance policy for anyone who's unhappy in our business. Consistency makes cheerleaders, right? It's everything that we do is what we found to be consistent. I'm not going to institute anything in our business, or my parents are going to institute anything in our business we can't be consistent with, right? I can't answer the phone call every time. The walk-off mat and the shoe covers, the door guard that goes up on the door, all these little things that we do for our customers, the constant contact, the reminders that we're going to be there. It's a text, it's an email, a phone call, the communication, everything that we do. We used to wear ties. I finally got my dad to get away from the ties that our technicians would wear in the home, but getting up with the times a little bit, changing our uniforms. But everything that we do, these little things that were super controllable and consistent, and that's what we found that makes cheerleaders, right? So how does this relate to you? And why should you trust us with your most valuable commodity, your client, right? So it's the service after the sale, right? You sell a sofa, they want to have the sofa for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, right? So how do we help them take care of their furnishings, their textiles? You can't be afraid of recommending someone to do that, or, they're not going to be super happy. Can you depend on us? So again, we're probably not 100% referral based, but about 95% referral based. And even the advertising that we do, I talked about a little bit of advertising. Any of you listen to WJR 760, we advertise with the inside outside guys. That's essentially referral based. They have like this cult following because they only vet companies that they would be willing to use in their own home. So that's still a referral. Even though we pay for that advertising, they wouldn't let us advertise if they didn't trust us 100%. So we are essentially 100% referral based. Zero tolerance policy for an unhappy client. I don't like to talk about this a lot. We haven't done it in a long time, but we ruined 2 sofas the other day. Our tech went in there, been with us for 2 years, and he was going too quickly. The client said, "Hey, this is performance fabric." And he goes, "All right." So he just gets out, starts cleaning it. Well, what do we know about fabrics? Even though they say they're performance, they are not performance, right? It was a Krypton fabric, but it was 90% viscose. It was a chenille. He went in, he started cleaning it. The hand changed. We went back, we made 2 more trips. My cousin, who has the most technical knowledge out there, I think he's probably one of the best cleaners in the world, bar none. And I mean that wholeheartedly. He couldn't do anything to fix it. So what did I tell her? I said, "Hey, go back to Ethan Allen, pick out a new fabric. I'll recover your sofas for you. No questions asked." We did it, 100%. We have a zero tolerance policy for an unhappy client. And that's on us. I'm covering that whole cost. Now, we do make mistakes. That's what I'm saying. We're not perfect, but that client now is a client for life for us. She's never going anywhere else. She's never going to use anyone else. She asked us, "What type of fabric do I need on my sofa?" And I said, "Well, it's in your family room. You shouldn't go back to that same fabric, especially if you want it to be cleaned, because now I know I'm probably not going to clean that one again," right? So she picked out a polyester fabric. We're recovering it for her. And that just goes back to what we're going to do for our clients to make it right. It's just unacceptable for us to ever have anyone that doesn't feel delighted when they're done with our service. It's all about the employees having all of our employees have the authority to do whatever it takes to make a cheerleader, whether they need to give a discount, whatever it is that they think they can do for that client, they have the authority to do it. There's a story about Zappos, and Zappos was like the shoe company, but these ladies were having a wine night and they wanted pizza, but it was getting late. It's like 12:30 and they're like, "Well, no one's open. We're not going to be able to order pizza." They called a couple places, they can't get it. And this lady goes, "Well, I'm going to call Zappos and they'll get us some pizza." And they're like, "What are you talking about? Why are you going to call a shoe company?" "Well, their customer service is, second to none. I'll call Zappos. Their customer service is 24 hours. They're always going to say yes to a client. They'll figure it out." So they called Zappos, they gave them the address, they figured it out. Zappos made some calls, and eventually this pizza by 2 a.m. made it to these ladies who were having a wine night, right? It just goes to show you that that's customer service. That's what we're looking for, right? What makes us different? There's a story about my father. He was on a ski trip last year. They're out in British Columbia. He's on the middle of a blizzard on a ski hill. It's just him and my mom. And, his phone's ringing. He stops halfway down the hill and he picks up his phone and he answers it. And And he's on the phone for like 4 or 5 minutes, and my mom's starting to get cold, and she's like, Chet, what are you doing? And he's like, it's a designer. I got to take this. And so she knows, but she gets off the phone and she was kind of mad the whole day. And he goes back to me, he goes, Sally, like, this is what makes us different. This is why we're Chet's Cleaning. This is why we're different in the industry. This is why our reputation's here and no one touches what we do. It's because I just care more than anyone else, right? And we care about our employees all the same. And I'll touch base more on that in a second. So our mission statement: through effective communication and the most extraordinary service experience, we will dramatically exceed our clients' expectations while making their indoor environment clean and healthy. So getting to the basis of this presentation is I talk a lot about protection and us being really good at cleaning and cleaning delicate things, but we're in business to make their indoor environment clean and healthy. We lost a friend of ours to ALS about 15 years ago. And so my dad commissioned a study to figure out what we find in our indoor environment, right? We find a lot of toxins, pesticides, herbicides. I'm going to skip through a little bit here. We find all these things. So the guy who was passing away, he found out he had it and he started to do a lot of research. One, it's what we eat every day, but it's also what we breathe in every day, right? It's our indoor environment, our carpet, our upholstery. So are we really good at getting the stains out of delicate fibers? Absolutely, right? There's a lot of knowledge there that we have, but we want to make sure that what we're getting out of their home, we're leaving it better than we found it, right? You know, I have countless stories of people with asthma or coughing and breathing problems. We go in and we clean all of their carpet, we clean their upholstery, and they're breathing easier. Our indoor air quality is 5 times more unhealthy than the air that we breathe outside. So why do we get sick in the winter? Why do we get the flu? Why do we get all these, problems? Why are we sick in the winter? Because we spend all our time inside. We're not going outside. We're not going on walks. We're not doing all these things because we're spending all of our time inside. And we're breathing these pesticides, these herbicides, lead, arsenic, asbestos. Mankind has made over 100,000 chemicals since the 1900s. We track these things into our home. We breathe these in. Now, even though it's a low trace amount over a long period of time of where we spend all of our time, we're sleeping. This is what we find in our common house dust. So this is what we're trying to rid our clients of in their homes. Soil tests. So we do this to all of our clients when we go out and do a free inspection. We put a little black cloth over a vacuum piece of furniture, and this is what comes out. This is a small little 8-inch by 8-inch area, right? That's all over your house, your client's house. Some are cleaner than others. You have 3 kids and 2 dogs. It's going to look a lot worse, right? Than if you're a widow in her 80s living by yourself, right? It's going to be a little bit different. But by and large, that there's still a lot of just common dust that's falling on the ground that we want to get out. And what happens? What's happening to our fibers, our sofa, our carpet? That's all wearing that carpet and fabric down, right? So we want to maintain these things. So not only is it healthier, but it's helpful to your clients. So that piece of fabric, that upholstery, the chair, sofa, rug lasts longer, right? Because if that's in there degrading down the fiber, it's not going to last nearly as long. It's what you don't see that's more important than what you do see. So we clean for health first, and then we clean for aesthetics. So, you were talking about a wine spill that we got out. Yes, we're really good at getting out wine. We're really good at getting out pet problems and kid problems. There's a reason we're in business. It's kids and pets. But we like to clean for health first. Safe cleaning. So almost everything that we use is green and plant-based. We remove as much residue as possible, and we dispose of it safely, right? I don't want to leave anything behind for them to breathe. Best staff, best systems, best solutions, best equipment, best education. We reinvest in our business. We have a new fleet coming in right now. We ordered 7 new trucks this year, 1 last year, 7 this year. We don't compromise any of our equipment, our employees, anything. We want the best of the best. Pre-testing fabrics. So we didn't pre-test our fabric on that sofa. We went too quickly, we replaced it. But by and large, this is why we don't have these problems, and I haven't had one in 3 years because we pre-test everything. Pre-test for shrinkage, burn test, dye migration, and fiber distortion, and how the hand feels after. So these are the 3 tests that we do. Every other company out there, do you think they do these tests? Likely not. There are some that know how to do a burn test, but are they going through and are they putting a cross and T-pins to see if it shrinks? Or paper towels in the solutions to see if the dyes are migrating into the paper towel, see if it's going to bleed when we clean it, right? To us, this is baseline. This is just what you should do to make sure you're not having any issues, right? Get what you pay for, right? We are more expensive. There is not another company that you're going to pay more than us. We are absolutely the most expensive company on the market. But in order to do these things and test clean and clean the most delicate fabrics in the world and take a little bit of risk while we do them, it's not safe that everything that we clean. We do have to become the most expensive company out there, but there's a reason for it, right? You get what you pay for. But with that, we have different levels of service. So when those soil tests you saw earlier, that's a platinum service. I have to use platinum. It's really dirty. I need to get all that out. But you can choose gold, you can choose silver, and it depends on the level of soil. That's why I do those tests. All of those aren't the same. If the soil test isn't as bad, I'll recommend or gold or silver. Or Tyler, our sales guys, will recommend gold or silver. We offer free in-home inspections, like I mentioned before. So everything that we do, we don't price over the phone because we know how many variables there are. We know how many different fabric types, carpet types, soil level. There's so many variables that go into this. I can't, in good conscience, give anyone a price over the phone, right? So that's why we offer these free in-home inspections for anyone out there that wants them. Referral rewards. So what's in it for you guys as a bonus, not just retaining your clients and keeping a good relationship with them so they go back and refer you, but this is also what we give. So we reward you by sending you a 10% referral certificate. You can redeem it for cash or your own services in your home. So if you've referred us before, you know what these are, you know what you get from them. We have gift cards as well that you can give your clients or a new client, whether they need diamond protection on a new sofa or anything that they have. They're welcome to use that $50 gift card for new services if they're a new client. As well as there's anything else that you would like cleaned in your home, you get 20% off of anything that you use as a designer and a referral associate for our services. And then you can also piggyback the 10% rewards onto that 20% off that you get. So just some bonus as being a referral associate for referring us. So what is Grease? Our guarantee, our reputation, equipment, experience, education, and systems. These are all the things that, we find that make us who we are, right? And doing whatever it takes to make a client happy, and our money back guarantee. So if they're not happy, we'll give their money back. We've done it before. It doesn't happen very often, but we will do it. Been in business for 38 years. We were referred by over 400 companies, and we have 400 plus companies that refer us or individuals. Equipment. Each cleaning truck that we have on the road, ones that we're ordering, it's a $125,000 plant that we go and put in someone's driveway every single day, right? Loaded top to bottom with more products than you could ever imagine. It's a 2-page list that we have to check off every day to make sure we have it. It's like an ambulance, right? If I'm missing something, I don't have the right tool to go into that house with. That's why we do checkoff sheets every day. Experience. 4 decades of experience and counting, and also improving and going to classes yearly to make sure that we're up to date on the latest and greatest. Same goes with education and systems. Guidelines and programs are in place to garner consistent results. And fabric protection. So with designers, I talk a lot about fabric protection because it's going to maintain that textile for a long time. So it's going to help with sun fading, resistance to stains. Our fiber protector, which we label as our diamond, they also have a green protection now. So It was started with California, but everything they want to be green. So we have a diamond protection that we can actually spray as green now, so it's not solvent based. So I know a lot of people are worried about smell and chemicals. We have a green protection we can spray as well. We also have a lower level protection for upholstery and carpet we can spray too. How often should we clean? We can safely clean upholstery and other delicate items many times if we do it gently. Maintenance is the key, right? Cleaning for health, keeping those soil tests before. If your items are getting to that level of soil, we don't want to let them get there to that point, right? That means that we've already been breeding these things for too long. So getting them before they get there, right? And one thing about our business that I want to mention and go into is our employees and how great they are. We look for the best people. We try to retain the best people. And we do everything that we can. And my parents are slowly stepping away from this business, and I'm buying the business from them in the next year, 2, 3 years. They're still going to be involved when they can be. But there's things that we're doing for our employees now, like profit sharing. We're doing a dream manager program for our employees to make sure that we can help them accomplish their goals in their lives. So yes, we're really passionate about our clients and our referral associates, but above all, our employees do come first, right? So we are absolutely passionate about, getting our employees to where they want to be in their lives, doing everything that we can for them. They get breakfast every Wednesday morning. So we do a lot of really cool things for our employees. But that's why we're able to deliver this level of service to all of our clients and everyone that we have. So with that, I have a couple of before and after photos. These are kind of old, but they kind of show just the things that we've gotten out over time. So any questions?
Red line question. And if we don't have any protective anything yet, and we have a big spill, red wine on carpet, couch, whatever, is there anything that you recommend we do in between the time the spill happens and you get there that helps you?
Yes, absolutely. So I saw you grabbed a brochure, and the middle part of that brochure, there is a spotting guide as well as on our website. So it'll go there and tell you a household product you can use, the procedure you want to use to get it out. But I will tell you, anyone with spotting or trying to get out of stain yourself, test the area first. Unless you know it's synthetic carpet or polyester, synthetic upholstery, test it first before you go into it. If you do leave like a water ring on polyester or something, I'm going to be able to probably get it out. But if you know it's a delicate fabric or a delicate fiber, natural, wool, whatever, test it first in an inconspicuous area before you use any of those products. All right. But yes, there's a spotting guide in the brochure and on the website. Any questions? Anyone else? Anything Metro Detroit. So we'll go as far north is Grand Blanc, Flint. We'll go downriver. We'll go out to Ann Arbor, Dexter. So like the Tri-County and a little bit further. Well, so I'd say hour 15. And we do, if it is too far, like the Ann Arbor, Dexter, we are going to charge like a mileage. But anything else? All right. Thank you.